welcome to another Homebrew Wednesday. Now this is the second time I filmed this. Well, it's the first time I filmed it. The second time I was walking around with the camera switched off. Anyway, never mind. So first off, I want to say a big thank you to all my new subscribers. About a few in past few weeks. Welcome and thanks for clicking on the subscribe button. This one's going to be a quick one. I've got a few things I want to say. But we'll just crack on, I think. Yeah. So I did last Wednesday. I did a beer, just basically to iron out any kinks on. You know, I've installed a couple of pumps and a few other additional stuff. So first of all, let's take you through that. Okay, you remember I showed you this. It had the garden tap in it. Anyway, that bit of that element of this upgrade didn't actually work, so I had to change the tap. So the tap's gone, and I'm using something like this. Okay, I can't find the actual one. I don't know where it's gone. So it's a ball valve, gecko fit in tube. So if we just look at it from this copper pipe onwards, yeah, so the copper pipe goes into the hole, yeah, so you got lever and it's upright, and then the gecko fits on the top, which connects to the pumps, either one, and the HLT, so on and so forth, yeah. And inside is the sparge arm. Okay, so now I am capable of fly sparging and batch sparging in the same vessel without actually having to add or remove anything. So it just makes things a little bit simpler, and it does work really well. Now also with the with that fitting, I can recirculate my mash, which obviously goes out of there, into there, through the wort chiller. Now I'm using the wort chiller because I don't have a working Herms coil yet. I'm in the process of doing it, but I've just not got it to where I want it to be. So I used that. It did mean, because it is such a small coil, that to maintain the temperature in the mash tun, the HLT had to be 15 degrees higher. So I think that's just because it's so small and the flow rate is what it is. So that did work, but it does need, you know, a little bit more attention. So next time we'll do that. And then the other thing was this pump right here. Now, although as a pump it worked very well, it did the job that was required of it. The only real issue I have with it, let's put this light on, is the fact that, you know, as it's vibrating through the recirculation of the mash, you know, it just kept falling out. You know, it does just sort of fit back in. It clicks into place, but as you just saw, it was it was very loose. So I need to enclose that, get something to surround it, clamp it down. That way it'll be more secure. And then these won't come off. I mean, what was happening was I was trying to twist it, but these were just twisting off. So need to get them on tighter, and then that's that. So those are the couple of issues I had. There was a leakage issue. Well, it wasn't a leak. I had one of the fittings wasn't on correctly, and when I started when I turned on the tap, it flew off. So, but that was just my fault. You know, I didn't put it on tight enough. So yeah, and then That's it. You know, the upgrades work fine. I got the sight glass on the boil kettle here. The increments were perfect. My numbers were on the button. All the volume was correct. And using the pump on the mash tun as well, because if you remember, you know, it's got a good distance from the bottom of the you know, a good 4 or 5 centimeters between, well, no, say, yeah, about 5 centimeters between the tap outlet and the bottom of the mash tun, so you can go right the way through there. With the pump, obviously, you know, once the siphoning effect is in place, it really does drain that mash tun down, so my dead space has been decreased quite a lot. So yeah, I'm pleased about that. That's it for that. And next, my next upgrade obviously is this fridge. You've seen this fridge before, but it's always been full of beer. Yeah, and now this time it's a bit filthy, but we're going to give it a clean. This is going to be a fermentation fridge, so my heat is going to go into that little sink there. That's the SDC I'm going to use. The drainage hole is there, so that's where the wire is going to go. Yeah, so we've got good space. The bucket fits in just fine. I don't know if I've got one to hand to show you. Just use this one. It's a busted one, but you'll get the idea. So in goes the bucket. Yeah, and we've got good, decent headspace. If I put my hand there, you can see there's a good distance there. Yeah, so that's going to be ideal. Let's just get rid of that. Yeah, so that's going to be ideal. And I'm going to try and mount the SDC on the fridge itself, which I'm thinking of just here by the fridge, and then they can come out the top there. So I don't need a tremendous amount of wire to, you know, drag along or anything like that. But that's the plan. That might change, which inevitably it does a lot around here. And that's all I've got for you guys. That's all I can think of anyway. Oh, I got doing a bit of yeast washing. This says on yeast, it's almost there. It's clearing up nicely. And I'll store that into some jars, and we'll be okay. Trying to think of anything else. I've got nothing else planned. Oh yeah, I do have something planned. It's my SJ Pour beer, which I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but I'm going to do a test batch of that in the next week or the week after. Hopefully next week, and then I want to see what that comes out like, because I want to try and get as much. I want to get it done as soon as possible, so I can get as much age on it as I possibly can, because unfortunately it does require it. But I will do a small video on where my local element comes from, so we'll keep that quiet, you know. You'll have to wait for that video to come out to see exactly what I'm doing. Hopefully it should turn out nicely. So anyway, again, thanks to all my new subscribers, cheers, and if you haven't done already, click subscribe, like, leave a comment, whatever, and I'll see you next week, guys. Cheers.